Hey everybody, welcome to the fourth episode of BykeWatch Thrones Review.
We're 2/3 of the way done.
Christ, we are. Eric, you look pretty comfy tonight. How you feeling?
Warm.
Very nice.
I can't argue against that.
I can't either. So you already met Eric, you know me, and once again it's Yooni here as well. So this episode obviously was not nearly as much action, but like
Oh no.
I
Not at all.
This is
let me know what you guys think, but I feel like this was as psychologically heavy as last week, if not even more.
Yeah, this is kind of what I felt like what the 7th Harry Potter film and Mockingjay Part 1 was trying to be.
I never saw Mockingjay, but okay.
Well, the point being that
Yeah.
aside from doing the stupid thing of cutting one book into 2 films, the point was they were trying to build up the atmosphere for the actual action. Only this time, they actually pulled it off, and
I feel like TV, just the way TV is, it's
Yeah.
much easier to do that than
yeah.
in a film.
But
'cause-
yeah, the point is that this was, in some cases, it was kind of harder to watch because the atmosphere, like the action, kind of takes it away because you're invested in it.
Mhm.
But no action means you're constantly focusing on the atmosphere, and that just
I feel like, well, Eric, what do you think?
I would probably agree that, like, it does make you think a lot
Yeah.
in that regard. I almost kind of reminds me of the second episode of the season,
Okay.
just being like, there's all this emotional tension because they're going into this big battle all over again. Only this time, instead of fighting, zombies and walkers and all that, they're fighting for the throne.
Yeah.
So they went from living to just like stature.
Yeah. So jumping over a little bit, I feel like for those that weren't basically on like eagle-eyeing this whole episode, which I'll admit I was one that wasn't, the battle scene at Dragonstone was kind of a surprise.
yeah.
Even though it probably really shouldn't have been. I don't know, were you guys shocked that we lost another dragon?
Not really. No, as much as I want to say, I wasn't surprised. Like, I was surprised that he died like that, but
Yeah.
at the same time, the fact that he died was not surprising to me.
Yeah, I would probably agree that it's not surprising that he would die. It was surprising when he would die.
Yeah.
But then again, like at that moment, we had forgotten we're watching Game of Thrones and
Except
not
that-
Lord of the Rings.
Exactly what I was saying. It was just that anybody who kind of, for lack of a better word, was complacent
Yeah.
and kind of just let their guard down, this was the perfect, like, hey, remember me?
The creators of that look, the creators, Weiss and what's the other guy's last name?
Benioff.
Yeah, Benioff even pointed it out, like in the look inside. A lot of us probably forgot about the Iron Fleet, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Yep." And Qyburn obviously just didn't sit around.
No. I mean, this was kind of the one thing we were talking about a couple weeks ago, where we were like, I had predicted that they would have done some kind of cutaways last week, and they didn't. And now it's kind of like, right, because they didn't, some people were definitely caught off guard, being like, oh, fuck, that's right. This is still a thing.
Yep.
And, oh, yeah, that's right. Dragonstone is essentially the distance, like, from King's Landing to Dragonstone is essentially the distance from, like, Florida to Cuba. So, like, of course they would just have that completely barricaded. Or at least ready to attack. But, so, yeah, there was that. I'll save the ending for later. We'll get back to that one. But, what did you guys think of some of, like, the goodbyes we got this week?
Very touchy.
Yeah.
Which one do you think was hit you in the heart more? I almost said the actor's name. Sam and Gilly with literally Little John, possibly, or Tormund.
Sam.
I would say Sam.
Yeah.
They've been there together since It's like I say Lord of the Rings again, but it's like Legolas and Gimli. They're always together.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and Ghost.
Yeah. How about Ghost basically going back, up north of the wall?
The entire litter is gone now. At least apart from their owners, at least.
Yeah, I was gonna say we never really knew what happened in Nymeria.
Metaphorically, at least they're all gone.
Yeah, Nymeria, we never found out what was up with her. Like she just never came back. Essentially,
the other 4 are dead.
Well, Nymeria and Ghost.
I said 4.
Oh.
Greywind, Summer Lady, and Shaggy Dog.
Shit, right. Wait, which?
Shaggy Dog is Rickon's.
Yeah.
Greywind is Rob's. Lady was Sansa's.
And Summer was Bran. Okay, I was just like, wait, I don't remember some of these. I thought Shaggy Dog was Bran for a second. Okay. Oh, what did you guys think of Bronn showing up in the north?
He just really wants a castle, apparently.
I mean, we've always known that, but, like, I did not see that coming.
Yeah. I don't have much to say.
Yeah.
It's just like, huh.
Do you think, alright, let's do this. Which castle do you think he's going to end up getting? Highgarden or Riverrun?
Riverrun. Well, actually, that's what I want to say, but realistically, Highgarden.
So you think, realistically, Dany wins?
Yes.
Ultimately, I think he's gonna die.
That's
regardless of who wins?
Yeah, probably. Who do you think kills him? Do you think it'll be Jaime or Tyrion by chance?
Could be.
It would be poetic if it was Tyrion, though.
It would be pretty poetic.
Been there since the start of season 1 too. Well, not the start, but season 1.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It seems every man in the Stark family just kind of assumes everybody else will also be as honorable as them, even though pretty much life should have just told them that's not the case.
I feel like Jon's just blinded by love, though.
In this case, yeah.
Like, you're right. You're definitely right. I just feel like with Jon, it's just more of like he thinks everybody else is as honorable as him, but also he's just blinded by love and wants to make sure he gets to stay with Dany. But now with what happened at the end of the episode,
Sansa's pulled a trick from Littlefinger.
I'm so disappointed in her.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
big mouth.
It's like we know you don't like Dany, obviously, but at the same time, it's like we could kind of see why you did it, but because you clearly trust Jon on the throne more than Dany, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's kind of risking Robert's rebellion again.
Oh, it 100% is.
So, like, I don't really think the lives that would die as it was during Robert's time would be worth your brother on the throne. And quite frankly, I don't think he clearly doesn't want it. So,
well, see, but that's the whole thing. Like Varys and Tyrion were saying in the multiple treason scenes, as you could call them, was just that they don't think it matters what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
He may be thrown into the throne one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, the only thing he actually wanted, kind of, not really, he still had to work his way for it. And by that I mean Lord Commander.
I was like, you're burying your lead here, bud. Where are you going? But yeah, no.
The only thing he had to ask for, he ended up dying for it, so.
Yeah, even, I don't know if he even really wanted to be Lord Commander, though. He did, but not in the, like, I guess when you're talking about Jon, then he really did. Because it seems like Jon doesn't really want anything. He just wants to live and be with Dany, as we now know. But other than that, he's never really wants anything whatsoever. But, yeah. So,
Varys does have a good point, though. To wrap it up. Somebody who doesn't want to rule would probably be the best.
Yeah, and he's right. He's definitely right. I would love to see kind of like what happened with Aegon when he did conquer the Seven Kingdoms, but obviously with new Aegon being like one of his sister wives and Dany actually being Aegon. Like, I feel like that could work, but I really think Dany just views Jon as a threat now.
Probably.
And doesn't know how to handle that, frankly.
Hmm.
And I'm curious what the blow up is going to be like when she finds out that he told his sisters, who then told Tyrion, who then told Varys, who then told fucking everybody.
Nice game of rumor has it.
Yeah.
Also,
Also,
and Tyrion was right.
yeah, Tyrion.
In
was
season 5.
right. I don't remember.
In Slavers Bay, you had the support of the common people and only the common people. What was it like ruling without the rich and powerful? It's gonna be repeated exactly here.
Who's he saying that to?
He said that to Dany when he first met her.
Oh.
When she said, "All right, as long as you're sober, you can be a good advisor." And then she said, "How can I get Westeros back?" And he's like, "Well, how did you rule here? Who would want you back in Westeros, assuming if there is anyone?" And then she responded, "The common people." And he's like, "Okay, sure, but if it's only just them, that's not gonna mean much."
Yeah, because they're not going to be able to do anything ultimately.
And this is the exact same. This is the exact situation that played out, assuming the common folks want her on the throne.
Who knows? Sorry. That's very true. Real quick, what do you guys think of the new Lord of Storm's End? And his proposal? Eric, I'm going to go to you this time, because you're being a quiet mouth.
I'm always a quiet mouth.
I know.
That is true.
You're like Yooni, but in reverse.
I only not talk when it's a let's play though.
Fair. So, Eric.
But
He's also just warm and just wants to go to sleep.
yes.
He always wants to go to sleep, though.
So do you?
Yeah. You gotta be there.
Nah, I mean, I think it's cute that it happened, like, but at the same time, obviously, what played out made sense because Arya doesn't want, like, the lady life. She just wants to
Kill
do her own
people?
thing. She wants to do her own thing.
She
Live
wants
as
to-
an independent, like, knight, almost.
She
Yeah.
wants to kick names and take
Or
ass.
a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since Eric didn't mention it, the new Lord of Storm's End, by decree of Dany, is Gendry Rivers, or Gendry Baratheon, aka Gendry Rivers, aka the one who deflowered Arya.
And and the last of House Baratheon.
Technically, yeah.
It always
So-
fascinates me what the bastard last names are.
Well, it's all about where they're
Just
located.
something significant about the land where they are from.
Yeah, so north of Snow,
Yeah.
King's Landing area, I forget what they actually call it, is Rivers.
Yeah.
Alright? Yeah, Rivers. I knew all of them, too.
High Gardens area, I think, is Flowers, because that was in the Telltale.
Yes, it was. Greyjoy is probably something iron related. So yeah, so Gendry's now the Lord of Storm's End. I was not expecting that.
No.
I never even thought of that as a possibility, truthfully, but when she first called him up, I knew what I thought. What did you guys think was going to happen? Eric?
Well, once he got promoted,
Well, did you think he was going to get that's what I mean, is before he even got promoted.
I didn't know that was going to happen either way.
Did you think he was going to get promoted or killed? Because I know what I thought.
I thought he was going to get, like, humiliated,
Mhm.
if not killed.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, promotion. But is the promotion just so they can say, I killed another one of the lords of that area?
That's very true. But that's not really... Well, it is, but I guess I would say that's more Cersei style than Dany's
Yeah.
style.
Yeah, but Danny's also, like, got gray area thoughts
Oof.
now.
She is off the deep end.
Yeah, Targaryen madness finally setting in.
Well,
I'm only saying that hyperbole.
yeah, I was gonna say I feel like she's still dealt with like even worse. Well, no, she hasn't dealt with worse shit.
Well, madness doesn't necessarily mean craziness.
No, it doesn't. But speaking of why she has gone off what feels like the deep end and lost what might become any restraint that she had left, her and like a really tiny amount of people left that she had in terms of the not the Dothraki. Wow.
Just her army in whole.
Yeah, that was outside the gates of King's Landing for a showdown. basically saying, Cersei, you need to unconditionally surrender. And then, of course, Qyburn comes out and says, Dany needs to unconditionally surrender, or Missandei is going to die, because during the battle at, skirmish? Yeah, I think
either way.
Skirmish of Dragonstone, Euron kidnapped Missandei. So, basically, it was kind of like, you surrender, you can get her back. You don't, she's going to die. So, of course, we kind of had a feeling she was probably going to die because it's Cersei.
Mm-hmm. It also probably paints a picture to Dany that no matter what she says, she won't keep it. So, at that point, why negotiate? And who cares if the people die?
Yeah, exactly. What did you guys think of her last words, Missandei's? Don't everybody jump in at once.
I don't remember exactly what she said or what it means.
Dracarys.
I can't remember what that...
That's what Dany says anytime she tells them to
burn something.
Burn the shit out of stuff.
I mean, just means battle's on.
It's either that or maybe she's pulling another pop culture reference. I'm sorry, but she's probably pulling Master Jiraiya, and the Dracarys is a hint about something. Probably the wildfire.
Who's Master Jiraiya?
Naruto. I'll tell you everything, but the point is, like, as he was dying, he left one final clue for them to solve the mystery, and kind of the same thing. She's just telling them one last thing because she's her translator. So one last thing to tell her, but obviously not just burn them down, but that's also a don't mean. Burn them down, and there's wildfire all over the city. I don't know how she would know, but...
Okay, yeah, I was just going to say, how would she know? But your second part of there's wildfire all over the city, she would probably know that.
Yeah, like if...
Because she would have observed that, which I do think is up Cersei's rate, is like play number one in her book.
We know we know from beforehand that Missandei's a prodigy kid, so she probably just put two and two together and said there's wildfire all over the city if it's just here.
I also think it was more symbolic in the sense of
just burn it all.
Just let it all out.
Yeah.
Don't hold back anymore. I'm gonna die. That you can't save me. So just do what you have to do. But
I was also kind of getting a I love you, I know vibe with her and the Grey Worm when they were switching back between their faces.
Yeah. I mean,
in any scene like that, that's bound to happen.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, so that was the key points, at least, of the most recent episode. Preview pretty much just shows we're going to get another battle episode, which is going to be great, hopefully.
I hope.
And yeah, so that's... Any last thoughts, guys?
Nope.
Surprised Jon isn't sweating his ass off in that armor. I know it's winter, but still, like, it's a lot more down, a lot hotter down in King's Landing.
Wouldn't you say that about anyone, though?
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair.
I mean, we don't know. I mean, yeah, it is winter, so it's probably cooler down there now.
I mean, that's fair.
'Cause even Cersei was a little more dressed warmly than normal, but...
Yeah. Man, in those, like, worlds, it doesn't really matter, like, what layers are.
Yeah. So, yeah. Eric, any final thoughts?
No.
That's great, Eric. Thanks, guy. Alright, well, that has been our episode for today. We will hopefully see you next weekend. For us, next Sunday's Mother's Day, so we'll see how this plays out, if we can all still get together. But, yeah. Either way, we'll see you next weekend.